In the summer of 1942, seeking a base of operation in the South Pacific, Allied forces led predominantly by U.S. Marines captured the island of Guadalcanal. The first wave of troops included the Cactus Air Force, flyers using the island's renamed Henderson Field to attack Japanese ships and planes and support ground forces. Tom Mohan, a gunner on an SPD Dauntless dive bomber, served as part of that Air Force. Here is his first-person flashback of dive bombing at Guadalcanal.
Our purpose was to damage ships, to stop ships from coming in, to land troops on Guadalcanal. That's me. Facing the tail. And the guns were 30 caliber machine guns. They'd swivel around. You could lean back to shoot up. You stand up to shoot down. But the tail was awfully close. You had to be careful not to hit it. This type of plane, it was a little bit obsolete. It could do 250 miles an hour, they said. And but a Jap Zero could do 400 miles an hour. So we were fighting like the poor Indian was. He was using a bow and arrow, and we were using rifles. We'd take off, fly above the clouds, try and do the job, and get back low on the water so that a Zero couldn't get behind you or underneath you.
You got one bomb strapped to the bottom of the plane.
Right, a 1,000-pounder.
So a 1,000-pound bomb is strapped to the bottom of the plane. The goal is to dive as close to the ship as you can to drop the bomb.
Right. You start out about 7,000 feet. Otherwise, you needed oxygen if you went a little higher. And you had a nice long target, not too wide, but you were within 500 feet when you pulled away from it. There was no such thing as radar. It was by radio. The Australian coast watchers, they called them, were in the jungles further north. And when they'd see bombers in the air coming down, they let us know by radio, and we'd, what you called scramble, we'd get everything off the ground.
Are other planes offering you air coverage? Like, are they fighting?
Supposedly. Supposedly, the way it was supposed to work, that a dive bomber came in lengthwise on the ship, a torpedo plane come in on the side, and a fighter plane was there to protect you. But the fighter planes didn't want to tangle with Zeros, and we didn't have any torpedo planes. And so it was, you had a nice target, though, the length of the ship.
Did you fly both day and night?
No, not night. You had an exhaust, a shard exhaust, and you'd be like fireflies up there in the dark, and you never knew what was on the water. The Japanese had control of all the water, of the whole South Pacific for a while. And so it would be very dangerous to fly at night. They could shoot at you and you wouldn't know where they were.